I want to do the love note part because that's my favorite part, and it's basically asking what expressions of love did you see in today's reading selection? Anybody?
Yes. I don't remember if it was part of the questions that you actually wrote, but I was very impressed by Mrs. Jones, Mabel Jones, because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to that strong, stoic black woman that I grew up with. That I don't care if the moon was coming down on her. She would keep her eyes on the prize. Even as Coates was sitting down talking to her about her son, and her heart was just broken. She didn't let that tear drip. She knew what the deal was. She kept it moving. When she grew up and she faced racism, like she said, like an athlete, you knew the rest wasn't no good, but you kept your eye on the prize. And I think for me, this chapter was, of all the chapters, that was the most touching thing to me. This brought me back when I closed my eyes to the people that I knew and the people that we have since lost, because we became complacent. So I think if we just keep that image that helps me, just keep that image of her, in mind. She was going to get her education. She didn't care no matter what. She didn't have to lose herself to do it, but she was going to get it. She moved her children to the suburbs, and by all accounts, they were pretty privileged children. She's the head of radiology, she's a doctor, but she did not forget to keep her eye on the prize. And that's, I think, one of our downfalls, is that we can't multitask. Once we think we got it over here, we forget about everything over there. We have to learn to do again what the Mabel Joneses of the world were doing, and the Harold Does of the world were doing. So once we can get that back and feel all that stuff, and I love her. I don't know. That was my. And she felt that pain, and she still kept it moving right in front of Coates. That eye, one tear was in there. She said, "Hey," she still had to keep her eye on the prize, and that's what we have to do, Dean. We have to learn how to keep our eye on the prize and not be influenced by all the brainwashing, subliminal messages the society is throwing off to us about how we're supposed to walk, talk, think, and what to do. And we can't no longer just go along to get along. She made me feel a lot of love. I just felt.
I think the identified love that I have is similar with Miss Jones, and it was something about just Coates feeling like he had stepped into a wound just entering her home, and that maybe she had been crying before he got there. And then something in the exchange, Mrs. Jones said something about she needed to say this to somebody. She needed to talk about her son to somebody. She just needed somebody to sit and listen to the hopes and the loss. And I just thought that was such a beautiful moment, because I think we are people of dignity. And if we don't regain that sense of dignity, I don't think there's hope for us. I think we're the people that don't sit in the living room until it's Sunday. This is who we are. So thank you.
No, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I do too. I also saw love in the struggle that Coates seemed to be having in trying to share with his son how to live in this world. How to live in this world where there are no guarantees, where your life is fragile, more fragile than others. And how to live in this world without getting caught up in the dream, but, also staying true to yourself and true to the struggle and true to your people. And and that's a hard message to try to get through to your child, you know. And I'm not sure everybody is struggling with it, which is why we end up with the go along to get along. But I think he made a good attempt at struggling with how to get those messages through to his son.